It's an honor and true privilege to be here. So I appreciate the Zooms because then you get to see my little hanging ball on my truck. You see this? Now, that happens when the sun is in back of it and I have to pull off the freeway and take a picture because blue is the ancient color of love, not red, blue. And blue is what we have in Hawaii. Blue skies, blue horizon, blue ocean. When we look outside, we absolutely, our heart expands. And that is the nature of Kumi, what you were describing, because the last year has been very, very transformational for every single one of us. And honestly, for Hawaiians, it's been, we are calling this the hulihia, the time of transformation. So for the next half an hour, 40 minutes, I've got you. And we're going to practice some things, okay? Because we really want you to practice these things. Because in Hawaii, the root culture here is Hawaiian, okay? We're not so much the hosts, we're the root, okay? So let's get that clear. And when the root is strong in a tree, in a plant, in anything, everything will thrive. And I'm committed to that thriving so all of us can thrive, because there's how many people? 103 of us here today. Way to make it, everybody. Way to make it. Thank you. So we're going to practice this ulua e kevelina a keloha. I really believe that loving is the practice of an awake mind. And our kupuna knew this. And so, you know, when I do this with our teenagers, I used to work for Hawaii Bound. It's the Outward Bound of Hawaii years ago. And we'd take our kids out for a month at a time. And we'd practice these in the late 70s. And I have to say, after that time, 35 years ago, I really believe that the practice of loving is the effulgent coherence, the expression, the embodiment of what Hawaii means. And we live Hawaii. Lucky you live Hawaii. And those of us who grew up in Hawaii, you know what I mean? It's our job to express that type of effulgence. Effulgence means when you put cream inside coffee and the cream goes like this, and it makes that coffee light brown, that dark coffee light brown. That process is an effulgent one. So we are experiencing, the huli here is an experience of our principles now practiced throughout society. Because if it isn't, then our principles, we simply have to get to know ourselves more. And because Hawaii is aloha, we have had the opportunity to bear witness to our own commitment to what aloha means. So when I work with teenagers and they go, "Hey, so what? I'm the wrong question I say is, why am I not loved?" The right question, because you got to ask the right questions. The right question is, why am I not loving? So this helps me get back on the path of why am I not loving? So the verb nature, the embodiment of what aloha is what the next half an hour is going to be. Okay? Ho'omakau, everybody. All right, here we go. Now, I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite aunties because they're the ones. This is Auntie Pilahi Paki, and she really brought forward the depth of what aloha means by defining it as ahahai, meaning grace and kindness. Lo kahi, lo kahi, the unity of our minds and hearts. Olu, when we talk about the Malanai breeze of Kailua or the Kaiaulu breeze of Waianae, those are olu breezes. There's the one, they kiss you in the afternoon. So aloha is pleasant, it's agreeable. Ha'a, it's humble. It's humble. It's ohu nui. It's waiting for that moment, that patience. And you know what? My job in the world is to describe indigenous ways of knowing, or epistemology. And I'm telling you, it boils down to aloha. It boils down to how can I love better? And I think that's basically what we're all doing. You can sum it up, is how to love better. And we here in Hawaii, because of our nahi environment, we have a history, our ike kupuna, the knowledge of our elders They consistently teach us that aloha is the intelligence with which we meet life. It really is. And that's from Kaipo Olana Ai. There's other aloha statements I'm going to show you today. But Auntie Pilahi Paki, she said the world would turn to Hawaii as they search for world peace because Hawaii has the key. And that key is aloha. ALOHHA. A little aloha in our day. And we mean it. It's rigorous. It's very potent, and it's very challenging to maintain. And that's why it's an honor to be here. So let's learn some things. So one of the main ideas of Indigenous people throughout the planet that are bringing forward is the concept of aloha aku, aloha mai. That's what this talk is called: Community Resilience Through Aloha Practices. You got to practice something. No, just waha. The biggest thing that, insult that our kupuna could tell you is that you just want waha. You just want mouth. So makahanaka ike means by my actions, teach my mind, meaning be a person of your actions. So aloha aku, aloha mai. Let's learn something about simultaneity. This is what our kupuna have been teaching us all along. And now the younger Hawaiians like me, we have to describe it in academic terms so that people can see the function of it and the use of it and the rigor of it. So this next chant, we're going to learn together. And I know many of us know it, but some of us don't, and that's A-okay. But we're going to learn this e homai together. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you learn to ask permission before you go into a forest or before you go into someone's house, if they have that ritual, which I do, or before you go into the ocean, you do this chant, and it absolutely allows relationality to be activated. But it also, when you do e homai, you're asking permission to come in, and that's just good manners. Okay, I live up Mauka in the Palehua, and if people come to my door and they don't hui before they come, it's pu'iwa time. I get scared because I live way up in the hinterlands. So you've got to announce yourself to be kind to the energies in the house. You've got to announce yourself. This is how we announce ourselves in Hawaii. Hui, hui, just like that. And then people know you're coming. You can, you could clean up the house a little. You could get dressed. You could do whatever you need. But that hui gives people some time, and they start laughing. Oh my God, it's Manu coming again. So we're going to learn these chants today so that you can understand the idea of paticca samuppada. It's a Buddhist ideal, and that means as you sow, so shall you reap. Oh, that's right. It's a different world leader. The point is, we are all saying the same thing differently. The same thing differently. You've got to have both in the same sentence to connote wholeness, because wholeness is the philosophical truth of life, not duality, not false polemics, not things that you think is opposite to you. These are also necessities in life. So let's talk about what that means in relationship to mutual emergence. Because when you bring that sense of mutuality to bear, people feel it. They feel it. So let's learn something right now, okay? All right. E homai. I remember when Auntie Poor Guys, because I'm a Hilo girl, when they brought this out of their halau kekuhi, they brought it out in about 1984 or something. And by 1985, when I moved to my ancient homeland, Hilo, they were doing this and sharing it with everybody. Now, I am one of those Hawaiians who thought chanting was only in hula halau. I did. And that's just how it was for me. And chanting wasn't for somebody like me. I was a surfer and a PE major, I never chanted. I dug holes. So when they taught us this, it changed my life. It changed my life. So I want to teach it to you. Okay. So basically, it's Auntie Edith developed it so that her hula halau members of Halau Kekuhi, when they came in, they had to ask for permission to begin to understand the things that were hidden in the chants and the hula pele that they were learning. So for us, we're doing the same thing, but we're asking the general energetic field of the world, which is a transspatial quantum field of energy. We're asking that energy to please know that we are here, and we're asking kindly for the knowledge of what is hidden in the things that will be shared today. Please, Ehomai, please, Ehomai, please grant us this knowledge. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it over each line once, and then I want you to repeat it, keep you on mute so that you can practice it in your home. Because today we want you to practice some things. You've got some fun workshops, but let's practice. Okay, when you chant, don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Just give it out. Let's hear it. Nice. Choo. The choral director that I'm not. Choo. Okay, so just ho'olono. Listen. Homai ka ike. Okay, and you. Homai ka ike. Okay, you're asking, grant us Ike's knowledge. Homai ka ike mai luna mai e. Here we go. Homai ka ike mai luna mai e. Nice. O nā mea una no e au o nā mele e. Okay. O nā mea una no e au o nā mele e. Good. I can feel it. I can see it in your lips. Way to go. Let's try it from the top. E homai ka ike mai luna mai e. E homai ka ike mai luna mai e. Let's hear it. O nā mea una no e au o nā mele e. O nā mea una no e au o nā mele e. Good. And the last line, you just do 3 times. You're saying, please, e homai, grant us these things. E homai, e homai, e homai, e. And then we're going to do it. Then you jump up to this a higher octane or note, a higher note, and then you do it for a total of 3 times. So it goes like this. E homai, e homai, e homai e a, e homai ka ike mai luna mai e. Did you get that? Okay. Now some of you might be a little bit shy right now, but let's just do it out. Let's just, you know why? Because I one day would like to have the entire island of Maui, Kauai, Molokai, Oahu, Kaho'olawe, Ni'ihau, Lanai, and Mokohiawe, all of us chanting this. And the more we feel included and not excluded by the richness of culture, the more we plug into what the true spirit of Aloha means. So let's do this all together. Okay? E homai ka ike mai luna mai e. O nā mea huna no e au o nā mele e. E homai, e homai, e homai e a. E homai ka ike mai luna mai e. O nā mea huna no e au o nā mele e. E homai, e homai, E ho mai e a e ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea una no e au o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e. You know, I was so embarrassed to do that when I was, 26 years old. I don't know why. I think it's a healing thing for us to not be shy about our difference. And so it's been a journey. Who would have thunk that it would have taken me into deeper, deeper into the specificity of Hawaiian knowledge so that I can puka out into the universal principles that works in our NAMI situation here. So I hope this Oli, I hope you wrote it down, that you practice so that you can use it. Or when you know people using it, you can hum along, you can practice with us because we are all going. This huli here is for everybody. It's not just for me, it's not just for you, it's for everybody. We're going into the spirit of aloha. I've been told by our kupuna that Hawaii will be pivotal in saving the world. I don't know what that means, but I think I do. And I think this is part of it. We have something to offer the world, and that is the beauty of our differences. Because here in Hawaii, if you're different, this is what we do. We look at you, we watch you, and then pretty soon we start mimicking your language. Because wow, you know what I mean? Like, wow, where'd you get those shoes? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? The word Mahalo comes to mind. We love difference. Difference is what we have in common. Okay, this Hawaii. Look at me. I'm a poi dog. Everybody's a poi dog. We marry difference. We marry difference. We instruct difference. We get angry at difference. We ho'oponopono with difference. Okay, you guys? This is the strength and the beauty of Hawaii. And when you do e homai, you give our kupuna of this area honor. Okay, so here we go. Next slide. All right. Okay, so what's happening now? Has anyone got their thing on? All right, here we go. Now, what's happening now, because Ho'oponopono is being shared more in the public sphere, is that Auntie Lynette Paglinawan, our kia'i of Ho'oponopono, she's bringing it out and she's encouraging us to bring it out into the world. Okay. Now this isn't this Ho'oponopono isn't the 14 line, I love you, forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you. That's a Len's mantra. But this Ho'oponopono is about a ritualized group problem solving process. So when the aunties say, bring them out, Manu, I'm bringing them out. Okay. So here it is, the absolute Ike I'ini. This is the inside of our beloved place. Kukulu Kumuhana is when we actually gather. It's when we gather and help people heal. All right. It means it's a group quantum field healing. So when we say, okay, you guys, in Ho'oponopono, Auntie's Kaumaha over there, or Ho'omauhala, she's holding on to a grudge. We don't say, Auntie, get over your grudge. No, we Ho'omalu, we kukulu kumuhana with her. We give her light, we give her love, and we give her support. And when you do that with others for the purpose of others healing, I'm telling you, it works. It helps. It's a magnificent energy. That's called kukulu kumuhana. Hihia, when we're bringing hihia out, we go, no, that's hihia, bra. You entangled. So meaning we are the keepers of our hihia, our entanglement. Therefore, we are the people to untangle it. So that is a discipline to be aware of and to practice. Oya i'o. When we do Ho'oponopono, we go, okay, you guys, oya i'o. The absolute core of truth, it's really a phenomenon. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. So many times we have to go around and around and around to get to the absolute core of truth. And it's often never what people think. But oya i'o truth telling, I had to actually realize that at age 40, this is 22 years ago, I was a complete liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Why? Because I was a woman. You know, how are you? Fine, fine, fine. We say fine all the time. So when Oya I'o came out and when Pono came out, Auntie said, just practice Pono, Manu. And I've been trying to practice Pono for 25 years now. And I found out a long time ago that Pono is for me, truth-telling. So when you ho'opono, you're speaking truth. And first you got to know when you don't speak truth. And that was my path. To practice and to see when I was telling lies. And I'm telling you, the little lies. How much is this shirt? The little lies. I say, I don't know, $16. No, it was $42. I don't know why I lied to you right now. I want you to know I'm a good shopper. I don't know. So the point is, practicing Pono brings out Pono. Practicing truth brings out truth. So Auntie says, practice them, Auntie Lynette. Mihi, I love the Mihi idea. Mihi is when we practice our meaning making with others. We mihi each other. We thank each other with specific ideas of what we learned. And that form of connection is called mentoring. It's a spiritual form of mentoring throughout Polynesia. And we're bringing it out of Ho'oponopono so we can practice it. Because specificity leads to universality. Totally. Put that on for size for a little while, okay? And that's a rock. I'm a rock carver, so that's one of my stones. Okay, here it is. Okay, when I do things poorly, which happens about every day, yeah. That's my twin sister. Ah, she's my twin. You know, I have to tell you, I couldn't stand her as a kid. Just would throw her in the naupaka. Out, out, out. But now she is my bestest friend.
I can't get it to sign on.
I'm gonna make a phone call and I'm gonna come back. Okay, hi.
She's my bestest friend. And so Ho'opono, I've been practicing with her. And when I do it poorly, I say to myself twice, not once, not 3 times, but twice. I love myself, I love myself. Okay, you guys, let's try it. Ready? Just twice. Go. I love myself, I love myself. Come on, you should be grinning now. There it is, there it is. Okay, wait, again. I love myself, I love myself. Okay. So when you do it twice, not once, too little, not 3 times, too much. Only elua valeno. And then you start laughing. And so Moana makes me laugh. She lives in Portland. She's a Portlandian. And she's amazing. So Ho'opono has been my practice. And it's come out of Ho'oponopono. Ho'opono is to speak truthfully, to create goodness by your actions, to be pono, to be self-aware, to practice patience, to be kind. And these are the things that actually help me. And work. Moana has been my mentor in this. My sisters used to go, stop saying she's your mentor. But if you are not mentored by difference, what you're going to do is neocolonize it. And you cannot neocolonize that. Look at that. Look at her. She is so unique. This is her just what, last month. So that's my twin. So she's been my mentor, and I so appreciate you, Moana. So mahalo. This is one of my favorite mentors, and this is the path to my home up in Palehua, above Makakilo, believe it or not. How's that, Nitty? So Ho'opono, look at that path leading into the sky. I just pulled over so fast, like, wow, what a shot. Truth is the highest goal, Halimakua said, and aloha is the greatest truth. So I'm going to say pono is the highest goal, and aloha is the greatest pono. So it's old, truth and love, compassion, honesty. It's old. It's old. It's like, it's so old that it just makes sense. So this is why I bring this to us today, to honor the challenges of this pandemic, because it allows us to practice, because a spiritual discipline not practiced under fire is without value. So what is your spiritual discipline? What are you practicing? Let's practice some more, okay? Let's sing a Oli Mahalo. Now, when I love giving yakkers and talks. So one of the first Hawaiian charter school, we helped develop the Hawaiian charter school movement about 20, 25 years ago. And their first conference, Kūkahakalao, was the absolute director. And I flew to Honolulu. They had the first conference in Waikiki. So we had about 120 kolohe teenagers, okay? Really kolohe, because those are the ones we want. So after I gave my talk, they all jumped up, and these are all boys, yeah? The boys said, Uhola ia kamakaloala. I stood there and I was like, what? I never heard this before. And I cried and cried, because usually a lot of times when I give talks to students, the teacher goes like this. Okay, class, thank Dr. Meyer. Thank class, thank Dr. Meyer. And meanwhile, I'm like, no, don't thank me. Just do something different. But because if you have to be reminded to thank someone, it just kind of, I don't know, kills the fight or something, kills the juice. So when these boys jumped up and sang this to me, I felt it. I felt appreciated, because it's like the Dalai Lama said, make appreciation your goal in life and watch what happens. So we're going to learn this today. And, you know, I did it with my family, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And I do it in circles, right? We'd say pule for, you know, for whatever, for starting an event, eating, finishing event. And I do this and they all look at me like exasperated, like, oh no, it's you, Manu. This is way too long. We'll never get it. I go, nah, just hold on. You know, just let me do it. And so I don't know, 5 years later, 8 years later, my whole family loves this. Okay. And they all do it and they love it and they give it out. Because I made a promise to the boys on that day, 20 years ago, that I would teach over 25,000 people this early. And you know what? I'm easily at the 50,000 mark. So you're going to be 50,111. Okay. So let's learn this, because I can hear the Aloha Stadium right now singing this song, 70,000 of us singing from the bottom of our hearts, the gratitude for living in this beautiful place called Hawaii Nui Akea. So when we sing this song, if you think it's too hard, just hum, just resonate. It's not really about the words, it's about the essence. Like Auntie Lynette always says, it's never about form, it's always about the essence. Okay, so we're going to learn the essence today, and the form you can have, it's everywhere in the internet, the Ole Mahalo, and you can practice in the solitude of your home. All right, so we sing this after events. We sing this after we work hard in our new grove that we're making here at UH West Oahu. We sing it whenever we can. So basically, there's the lyrics, but I'm going to sing it once. You can join in by humming, and then we'll sing it again twice. Okay, do your best, gang. And my hila hila. This is an opportunity to makahana ka'ike. By my actions, teach my mind. The Ole Mahalo. Uhola ia kamakaloala. Puai ke aloha la. Kuka ia kahaloala. Pavehi mai na lehua. Mai ka ho'oku ia ka halavaila. Mahalo e na akua. Mahalo e na kupuna la ea. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Thank you. Ready? Let's sing it again. Big breath. Open your heart and in gratitude for this NAMI conference. Pa. Uhola ia kamakaloala. Puai ke aloha la. Kuka ia kahaloala. Pavehi mai na lehua. Mai ka ho'oku ia ka halavaila. Mahalo e na akua. Mahalo e na kupuna la ea. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Okay, you guys, I want to do it one more time. We've got some time. One more time. And this time, you got to be grinning when you're doing this, okay? It's not like I'm grateful, but I'm kind of sour-faced. So crack a little grin on this one. We can do it. Ready? Here we go. Uhola ia kamakaloala. Puai ke aloha la. Kuka ia kahaloala. Pavehi mai na lehua. Mai ka ho'oku ia ka halavaila. Mahalo e na akua. Mahalo e na kupuna la ea. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Well done. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go really quickly to naming your home. Okay. My father of 91 years old passed on January 4th. And he was beloved. Yeah. So the next morning when I did my pules and my prayers, I sat on my little cushion, and the name song of our home, Ho'omaikai in Kailua, came. And I was like, wow, why is I was thinking of my pa. And then this song came just right after. And I don't speak Hawaiian. I'm stuck on Pono and Aloha and Ike. But I certainly love singing. I love our songs. So this came, as you can tell, for those of you who Olelo Hawaii, this is, rudimentary Hawaiian, but I don't care. This is my name song. Wauloma is the name of our home up in Palihua. Wauloma means the place of lama. Lama, of course, is the illumination, is the light. If you've ever seen a lama wood forest, it looks like a burnt forest. The bark is dark, but the wood inside is yellow. It's beautiful. Ma lama lama. It has that sense of illumination. So this is my song, and I want to sing it to you so you could be inspired, and you can name your song and in your home in something that inspires you, and then wait for a song to come. Make it come in English, make it come in Tagalog, make it come in Okinawan. It doesn't matter, but sing to your house. It's so beautiful to have a name for your home. I grew up with names for all our homes. And what this does is build a relationship. And so it's very important um, for it just gets you tied into what Hawaii is all about. Okay. Oh, so this is my song. It's kind of rudimentary, but this is my home. Okay. O wau lama ku'uhome o Palehua me na manu like ole o ka aina. O na ulu kamakani pohai ke aloha. Maloko nei mawaho a mauloa. Maloko nei mawaho a mauloa. So name your home. I used to name my bikes, you know what I mean? Mr. B, the Cadillac, name things. And it allows for something deeper to happen. That's my green truck I call Wahine Oma'o. You know what I mean? Like name things. And in that naming creates that relationality that creates that possibility for mutual emergence. Because we say nowadays, there's no such thing as you don't evolve just by yourself. We mutually evolve. And this is what I think. Sorry, that's my little, I've got 5 more minutes, everybody. So we mutually evolve. So that's why I really want to ask if you could, start small. I mean, we name our children. Hello, hello. These are important things. You can name your home. So this is what I want to start to close now. This is one of the ancient symbols of the world. It's called the flower of life. And I give it to you as an example of what Auntie Kaipo Olana Ai said, that aloha is the intelligence with which we meet life. Because when you become a ku'u, a ku'u is the knot of the net. We're called ku'us. But ku'u also means beloved. You go from beloved to beloved, and you create that in our lives. And that changed my entire disposition, because I've been a slow reader. I'm math phobic, so I'm not a good student. Sports saved my life. But when I learned that aloha is our true intelligence, damn, I felt smart for the first time. So let's practice this again. Okay, we're going to practice it again, because I want to close this with you folks. Because ulua e kevelina a ke aloha. Loving is the practice of an awake mind. And see those ku'us there? It's called, it's energy. When you love, there's ku'us. You create ku'us everywhere. You create beloveds. You create this net, this Indra's net of energetic field of support, empowerment, and mana. And when it's shaped with aloha and pono, then we are cooking with some gas. So let's do this. And 5 is the number of healing. So I send you off into your NAMI virtual conference with the spirit of love, aloha, pono, and healing, because the hulihia is here, and we are here to be of service to worldwide awakening. Feel the love, I say, and feel the pressure. We can do it. Okay, Kumi? All right, 5 times. Now 5, we're doing it for 5 so we can heal. 5 is the number of healing for us. Okay? So my hila, no shame. We do them now. Okay? And thanks, everybody. Ulua e ke velina a ke aloha. Ulua e ke velina a ke aloha. You can do it, Belinda. Ulua e ke velina a ke aloha. Ulua e ke velina a ke aloha. Ulua e ke velina a ke aloha. Thanks, everybody. Mahalo nui.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Thank you so much. That just touched my heart and I feel so revitalized. Thank you so much. Oh, now we're going to have Dr. Mestiza Gas from Mental Health America come and share just a little bit, as well as Amanda from Mental Health America. Oh, you guys are just amazing. people there at Mental Health America of Hawaii. They have just been a great friend and partner for us. So are you unmuted?
I am now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Kumi. I would just like to say what a wonderful blessing to be able to be here today. I had a little speech written up about Mental Health America Hawaii and how we've been here for almost 80 years. And really what I'd just like to say and highlight is this is like a culmination to be able to like join and gather with all of you today and to heal. Very powerful. So sorry, but it's definitely something I needed for my own personal reasons and personal loss. And thank you so much, Dr. Meyer. It was profound and transformative already. And we haven't even gone into breakouts. So thank you. I just hope that I can continue to embrace the wisdom that is shared, to learn from each and every one of you. I think that we have gone through a very difficult time the past year, and it's so true that with love and grace and patience that we're able to keep moving forward. I have seen that other places have struggled. I'm not from here. I think sometimes people think that I am. I'm from the Appalachian Mountains, and we definitely have our own struggles in having our resources and our compassion and a sense of community, because sometimes it does feel like we are in strife and that we are trying to all find what we need, but not mutually, that we are sometimes exclusive of one another when we are doing that. And so to be able to be in this place in this time and see how different it is truly a blessing. So I'm sorry. I didn't think that it would be so emotional to be a part of today, but it's very new, very new.